Welcome back, 11:26. This young man you see here is not only young, but he's a chef and a local native. He's from Boca Raton.
Yeah, Reed Alexander's joining us today. You've probably seen this familiar face because you've been on television everywhere and for many years, actually. And now we're so lucky to have Reed joining us to show us how to make a traditional Thanksgiving dessert. I mean, you can't have Thanksgiving dinner without apple pie. So
Absolutely.
Before we get to that, and we've got to move along very quickly, but we want to just know a little bit about your background and how you got started in baking and cooking in general.
Absolutely. Well, it all traces back to South Florida, Boca Raton. I have been watching you guys on WPTV forever, so I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
Nice.
No, it's a big honor. But, you know, yeah, I grew up working on Nickelodeon on 2 different shows there for iCarly and then Sam and Cat, living in Los Angeles. And when I was about 14, 15 years old, wasn't really happy with how I was feeling. A lot of craft services on set, which is all the junk food that you constantly reach for. And I thought maybe I can get in the kitchen and try some swaps and alternatives and lighten up my favorite recipes.
Right.
There you go.
So let's do
that's
the
what
apple
we're
pie
doing today.
Right.
Apple pie, butter-free. So the very first thing we do for this take on apple pie, which is one of my all-time favorites, is make a real glaze for our filling. Because a lot of people add butter for moisture. We're going to be using unsweetened applesauce to do that
What
trick.
a great idea.
It saves a lot of fat, but adds a lot of depth of flavor. So we've got some organic sugar cane already in here.
And you can add that to taste, basically.
Absolutely.
You don't have to use a whole lot if you don't want to.
You know, you just said something really clever to me in the commercial break, that baking, a lot of people say, is a science, but you absolutely can be flexible. With sweetness, gauge your own level. If you want to cut back on sugar, go for it. Will you stir this for me,
Sure,
Roxanne?
absolutely.
We've got like a minute left because
We've got
the
about a
president,
minute here.
unfortunately, is going to jump
Well,
in
we
here
do
at
need
some
to
point,
get to
so-
that. All right,
okay.
so we're going to fast forward. We've made our glaze. It's simmered. We're going to pretend that we've tossed our apples with all of that.
Okay.
We're going to bake that 350 degrees in our crust, but before we even do, we're going to make our topping,
Oh, all right.
which is
I'm
our
gonna let you swap
streusel.
with me.
I'll swap with you. So honey oat streusel, you can see it's just like this. I combined some dry ingredients, some sugar, some whole wheat flour, some cinnamon, a couple other
I see
things.
oatmeal, a little bit.
Oatmeal, which is very heart
All
healthy.
right.
Some canola oil and honey, again, cutting out butter. And then we bake this, as I say, for about an hour and 10 minutes until it's done. And it's really simple.
So this is the glaze we toss
That's
with the
the glaze
apples,
that we'd be
we
mixing
bake it,
together. We'd bake
put
it.
this on top.
And this is so simple. It's like making cookie dough. Now listen, why don't we taste this?
I think I will.
And while they're tasting,
You don't have to tell me
am
twice.
The recipe for this delicious apple pie is on our website, WPTV.com. Will you come back when
I would love
When
to.
we have more
What
time.
a thrill.
we think you're tops, but President Obama trumps
Thank you.
everybody.
I
so
get it completely.
Check out the recipe
We'll be
on
back
the web.
in just a moment.